Welcome back. All right, quick news video before tonight's action gets started. There was some waiver wire news today. Lavoie gets reclaimed by the Edmonton Oilers. There's a hitch, though. Now, if nobody else had put in a claim, the Oilers can just send him right down to the AHL. However, Puckpedia is reporting that one other team put in a claim, or at least one other team put in a claim, and it'd have to be somebody who finished higher than them in the standings this past season, so they would have to put him back on waivers again. Vegas can't reclaim him again. They can't just go back and forth and back and forth. But the fact that another team put in a claim means the Oilers would have to waive him. So it gets a little bit sticky for the Edmonton Oilers. We'll see what they do. But they do have the player back at this time. That's the second reclaim. The Canucks did that with Patera just a couple days ago. Gustav Lindstrom has found a job with the Montreal Canadiens. He gets a 1-year, 2-way contract. They have placed him on waivers. The point is they're going to send him down to Laval. And I do believe he'll clear. Lindstrom was on a tryout, I believe, with Anaheim, right, for the preseason. So there you go. He gets a contract. The tryout must have impressed some Montreal scout, or the fact that they're familiar with Lindstrom already. They know what he'll do for Laval, and so they picked him up. The Carolina Hurricanes waived Jost today, so he's on waivers. We'll see if he clears. My guess is he probably does. They also take Jesper Fast, and they move him to LTIR. So long-term injured reserves means you're going to miss at least 10 games. Fast will be out for longer than that. So it's a matter of clearing up some cap space for the team. The Florida Panthers doing some paperwork, and I expect this to happen a lot. Knight recalled and Drieger sent down to the AHL. So for cap reasons, don't be surprised when guys who are on big contracts, but I think Knight's waiver exempt, so you could just send him down. Don't be surprised if Florida does that on days off here and there and trying to nickel and dime. I remember Vancouver doing that under Mike Gillis, where guys would get sent to the minors, but they wouldn't actually leave the team, and they'd be told, don't worry, we're just doing this for cap reasons. So now it feels like it's far more common. Hey, the Canucks were trailblazers there. The Toronto Maple Leafs placed Dewar on LTIR, and it is never too early for panic in Leafland, as Woll being placed on the IR has raised some alarm bells within Toronto media that I've already seen, and so we'll see how long Woll's out for. I did mention it, and it just feels like, there's always that chance that a guy's going to be injury prone. We know with Vancouver that could be the case with Demko. He may come back and he may end up getting hurt again, because that's been Demko's MO. So with Woll being on the shelf, this puts a little bit of pressure on Stolarz, but again, I have faith in Stolarz. Boldy is going to be playing in the season opener for the Minnesota Wild, so I believe he missed the entire preseason in terms of games, but he's good to go for the regular season, and that's really what teams are aiming for, right? Yeah, the guy's going to be out, but we want him back in time for the regular season. The Nashville Predators recalled Matt Murray, which means we got robbed here. We could have seen Toronto calling up Matt Murray. They called up Hildeby instead. We could have seen 2 Matt Murrays being brought up the same day, and I could have made all kinds of jokes about it, but now I can't. So Murray's been recalled by Nashville due to the injury for Saros. This is the same Matt Murray that played for Dallas last year. And so I don't expect that he's going to get into any action. But Saros is out. It sounds like he's going to at least miss the game against Dallas. And then we'll see how things go from there. The Calgary Flames, of course, a team that a lot of people are picking to be right near the bottom of the standings. I'm looking at my power rankings board right now. And yeah, they're right near the bottom. But they're embracing the underdog role. And you know what? Good. This means there's no pressure on them, and there's always the possibility that they surprise in the positive. They can't really surprise in the negative at this point. Honzak's going to be getting some prime minutes tonight against the Canucks. The Canucks have all kinds of pressure in their home opener. We'll see how it ends up. So there you go. The Flames, all the best to them on their underdog pursuits. I think Montreal is going to be playing along those lines as well, embracing the underdog role. And we'll see which underdogs end up making the playoffs when they weren't expected to. There's always at least one. There's always at least one in the NHL. I've talked about recency bias. I've seen people complaining that some of the predictions people are making, it's almost every single team that made the playoffs last year making it again this year. Yep, that's recency bias. It's the same thing with trophies. It's there. We watched last season and you think, well, things haven't changed that much, but sometimes they have. And so that's part of the fun of the season. And I'm excited about the 5 games tonight, 9-game night tomorrow night. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and should be a fun one tonight. I'll talk to you again soon.